Hello, we're back. Let's just get into it. See how far we can get, I guess. Alright. Yeah, I don't know why they do this. I feel like I'm doing something wrong when I do this, but it's the only thing that was working, because I tried to do like circle and X and triangle. Nothing. Yeah, so whatever.
This should do it. The last 2 times I tried to influence reality in this space, it consumed a lot of Kuvaki. I'll try and be more careful this time. I need to leave key clues behind using less power. I hope everyone still remembers what I said on Moon Prayer Night.
Okay. I assume we're in the present now.
Nothing here either. Flints?
Ah, Miss Nefer.
What are you doing here? Unless...
I just spoke with Itlua about arrangements for the search and came for a walk nearby. As for you, why would... Huh. It appears we think along similar lines. And neither of us likes to accept things at face value.
As well as figuring out how to gather intel on the Traveler, I wanted to confirm some of my own suspicions. Also, we'll need to bring a lot of force to bear against Ettore, even if we're only looking to rescue the Traveler. We can't leave anything to chance. You don't think Columbina perished either, do you?
I'm merely considering the possibility that she survived, just as you are. How much can we really know about a deity like her anyway?
Do you remember what she said on Moon Prayer Night? About using moonlight to send messages to us?
Of course. I think that's why we're both here.
Where have you checked so far?
I've been focusing on the outdoors. Anywhere the moonlight shines. I checked most of Nasha Town, but didn't find anything.
I checked the Curatorium of Secrets, and a few rooms where I thought I might find some leads. But no luck here either. The only places I haven't looked yet are the rooms in the flagship. But process of elimination isn't the only thing that brought me here.
Oh, really? What's your other reason?
After all that build-up, our mystery ally never showed up even once!
Huh? Am I imagining things? Come on, let's see what's going on.
Oh no. I knocked over a vase as soon as I came in. It must have been caused by a Kuvaki fluctuation when I entered the space. Although, it seems like I'm not about to be pulled away this time. It looks like as long as I'm careful with my actions, it doesn't count as influencing reality. Anyway, is this the flagship? The Traveler mentioned that's where she was staying. I only went into the lobby last time, so I've never actually been here before. How does this space work? If nothing else, I can now be sure that it is not simply memory. She mentioned where her room was. I think it's this one. The door is closed. But if this is anything like when I disappeared, then maybe... I'm in. She and Paimon aren't here at the moment. I hope she's okay. I wonder what happened to her after that battle with Dottore. Best not to dwell on that for now. I need to try and leave them some clues. Please, Traveler. I really hope you find this.
What a coincidence.
Just a cat.
Nothing else here strikes me as noteworthy.
Didn't you stay here for a couple of nights once?
Before Rerir showed himself, yes. It's also where the Traveler and I first met.
I actually don't remember
Did you
that.
notice anything unusual during your stay?
I remember thinking how much noisier the flagship is at night compared to the graveyard. Other than that, no. The Traveler and Paimon were most congenial neighbors.
This is where they've been staying, yes? Over here?
That's right.
I wouldn't usually condone breaking and entering, but we can make it up to them later.
Focus now. I have to write a message on the wall using Kuvaki, just like I said on Moon Prayer Night.
That's
Simply
impressive.
open your windows on nights when the moon shines bright, and the moonlight will naturally flow towards the words I have written. Here goes. I'll need to carefully control my strength.
Actually, you can like just write a message. That seems a little too easy, but okay. I mean, I don't think you can really fail, technically. Wonder what that means.
There's a noise outside the door. Is she back? Please, you have to see these words.
Why does the lighting look different?
Well, do you sense anything?
Unfortunately, no.
And this place was our last chance.
Not necessarily. We've only looked in Nasha Town so far. Miss Columbina said she would leave messages at her friends' dwellings. It's still worth checking where Miss Lauma lives and where I live.
Let's try and make some time to look into those then. Wait.
What are you waiting for? Oh, Paimon might have overeaten
Your time is
slightly.
very difficult to understand now, I guess.
What's that look for? This is a victory feast. It's normal to eat a little more than usual.
We just...
The Traveler and Paimon. It's really you.
But wait, what about when the vase
But-
fell?
Why are they talking about a victory feast?
Huh. You worried Paimon's sick while you were out there fighting Rerir. So this is your chance to make it up to her.
That's pretty far in the past.
Wait. So this is the night after the battle against Rerir. How did I end up here? That's quite a long time ago now. Wait. Time. That's it. Every time I've entered reality within this space, it's been at an earlier point in time.
But why is that?
Every one of those points has been before I fell into the moon's reflection. And everything I've done to affect reality really did happen in the past. Does this mean that within the moon's reflection, time flows backwards? Starting from the moment I fell in?
Not long till Moon Prayer Night now. It's gonna be even livelier than tonight. Although, it's gonna be sad saying goodbye to the damselette. She seems like a really nice person.
Paimon. No, I can't. Even if I make contact, they probably won't understand what's going on. And in any case, I'll likely get pulled away again if I do. Instead, I have to find a way to get them to notice what I've written using the moonlight. Wait, even I hadn't thought of doing that before Moon Prayer Night. They'd never conceive of that possibility. Is there truly no other way?
Don't lose heart. We'll find a way somehow.
Huh?
Oh, you say that, but the Frost Moon is beyond the fall sky. If we wanted to go visit her, how would we make it through to the other side?
We might not have all the answers now, but I'm sure we'll find a way one day.
Guess someone's gotta be the optimist.
The present. The future. That's right. There are still things I can do.
What's your plan?
Her message
Liz.
is still there, though, isn't it?
When you were staying next door, did you ever open the window?
No. The rooms here are dark and damp. And there's such a buildup of dust on the windows that the moonlight can't even get in.
Figured.
I didn't think it was worth the trouble.
The moonlight.
Ah, I think I see where you're going. One moment. I'll see if the owner is available.
Don't bother. Time is of the essence.
Time. Even if no one sees what I've written at this moment, maybe someone will remember what I said after Moon Prayer Night. I need to write down as much information as I can. And maybe one day...
Huh? What's up with you? You can't even hold your cup steady. Are you getting tired?
A little.
Well, you should probably hit the hay then. You've had a really tough couple of days for you.
You truly have. You helped defeat Rerir, helped me reclaim my name, and you helped the others organize Moon Prayer Night. Wherever you are right now, I'm sure you're still fighting against the injustices of fate. This is all I can leave for them. How I wish I could stay here, but it's time for me to go. I hope to see you again in the next time, and if the opportunity presents itself.
I will surely return to your side.
Huh.
Columbina. She's alive.
Not only that, but she's left us an entire wall's worth of clues. She even wrote down what would happen on Moon Prayer Night. It's just a shame we found it too late.
I am here. Time in this place flows backwards. I am constantly moving forward.
It sounds like she's found a way to influence the past using Kuvaki. But her future is our past.
So, these words have been here ever since we defeated the Reihir of Solnari. We just never discovered them. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Do you ever mull over questions like that?
Only when I'm in a good mood and at leisure.
Well, I never do. Everything that has happened already belongs to the realm of fact. As a business person, and especially an intel broker, what I do is extrapolate from those facts to try and read the future.
An admirable philosophy.
It's a means of survival. Let's go. We have a wall's worth of clues to share with the others.
And these two. Feel like they'd have some stuff in common.
It appears that the doctor's energy signature has changed to something similar to Kuvaki, but not like the Kuvaki we're used to. Nodcry's Kuvaki devices will only have a limited effect on it. I can see why you've chosen to place your hopes in alchemy instead. Also, I must say these books are rather profound.
My subordinates just shipped them in from Fontaine. Some of them are from the Narcissenkreuz Ordo. Some are incident reports from Petrichor, and then there's a few test reports for these junk machines. Additionally, after some further scanning, I've discovered something extremely annoying.
What's that?
Teyvat's skies contain multiple moons. A long time ago, when I did my first scan, I detected 3, just as the legends say. But when I checked again just now, I detected 4 moons.
So there's one extra?
Yeah. Originally, I thought that if I could still find 3 moons, that would at least mean Columbina's still alive.
Is that what that means?
But then it occurred to me that apart from the frost moon, Teyvat's moons are just husks. And husks surely shouldn't show up in the scan, since they're not alive. It's weird, isn't it? If we can't even distinguish between a dead and a living moon, how are we supposed to know whether a moon goddess is still alive? Or does this mean that the moon marrows are equivalent to the moons themselves?
It's certainly possible. In which case, the 4th moon you detected may be Dottore artificial creation.
So he wasn't bluffing. He really built his own moon marrow. Ugh, I'm so mad right now.
It's easy to get overwhelmed when you have too much on your plate. Maybe you need to relax. Perhaps try going for a walk. Or simply take a few deep breaths.
Nothing can calm me down at a time like this. I need more time, and I need progress.
It's Mr. Flynn's.
I really hate that ringing tone. Ugh. First the 4 orthants of the Narcissenkreuz, then moon marrows. Now what?
Oh, sorry if we're disturbing you. Might I ask what's troubling you?
What do you want? We're busy.
Are you still at the Curatorium of Secrets?
Yeah? Look, everyone else is still out, so there's no hurry. Plus, I'm busy, so I would appreciate if you gave me some space.
Even though we have crucial intel to share?
Fine, I'm listening.
Do you intend to share it via the Dodo communication device?
Ordinarily I would, but this is a unique situation. I think it's best that we discuss it in person. See you at the Curatorium.
All right then. So, what's the situation?
The rest of the team is still out working on their missions and evacuations. But we've decided to fill you in on the most crucial information first.
Sandrone, you were right. Columbina is most likely still alive.
That's the best news we've received in a while. By a long way.
Random locations. Appearing in reverse order? Are you serious? So not dying isn't enough for the moon goddess, huh? She has to show off too. Anyway, does this mean we can deduce her condition from the moon marrows?
Miss Androne, There's nothing wrong with simply admitting that you're happy to hear the good news.
I'm not. And she's the least of our problems. We're facing a huge crisis. If she can't control the flow of time in there, she's just gonna keep moving backwards. Different points in time won't intersect, and she'll never find a way out.
Let's say life begins with a drop of water. When did time begin? The moment this planet came into being? No, that's not right. Her final destination would be the moment at which the space she is in was created.
But it doesn't seem like we can influence that space from the outside world. So how can we help her? Also, if she's alive, Rerir and Thalindis might be too. But as far as we know, neither of them have come back out. That space may not have an exit at all.
I'm afraid I must concur with Miss Nefer in this.
Can't exactly argue with that. Let's leave it there for now. I've taken notes on everything you said.
Will it help with your research?
I doubt it's gonna help with breaking Dotori's energy fields. But who knows when it might come in handy. Better to have it all written down than try to remember everything when I need it. All right, I need to get back to my research. Mr. Albedo has made a lot of suggestions that will require my undivided attention.
Sure, I'll stay here. I have things to work on. Paimon, are you there? Oh, right. She went with Varka to Natlan, didn't she? Good thing we've moved her and the Traveler's luggage in here. Speaking of the Traveler, where could they be? There's a note from Paimon.
Paimon here. Not in at the moment, but if anyone needs to borrow her stuff or the Travelers, go ahead and help yourself. Paimon won't be mad. Also, Traveler, if you get back before Paimon, make sure to get some rest. Paimon misses you a lot, but put your health first, all right?
How sweet. Well, since you offered, Paimon, don't mind if I do. This is the Traveler and Paimon's luggage. All the items they use day to day are here. It's well organized. I wonder which of them is responsible for that. What do we have here? The camera captured a special moment that can only occur between people who are close to one another. You can really sense how the photographer feels about their subject. I wonder why this picture was placed outside. Is it because Paimon recently looked at it? This must belong to the Traveler. Perfect. I'll use this. Hang in there. We'll find you.
What? What the
Colonia.
heck?
Search keyword world formula and bring me all relevant books.
Okay.
Let's see. This one is on Tonki's sermon dictation concerning the apocalypse. I believe that the correct term for this is Fortuna. This was an ancient Romorian technology, a wisdom unparalleled. I never imagined that Remorian ideas would be so similar to the diagram I have named, the World Formula. This is strong evidence that human civilization should gradually shed possibilities as it continues to explore and evolve. The end of humankind may well be upon us right now. The sparks of civilization shall run out, unless we consider introducing variables from outside the system. Variables. Surely that can only mean one thing. Descenders? Dottore likely captured the Traveler because of her descender status. But the Three Moons' authority comes from the world itself. Why would Dottore need anything beyond that? Where does this variable factor in? The world formula calculates the fate of an entire world. Introducing a variable would therefore give us... Polonia, search keyword pathway and bring me all relevant books. Otonki Sermon Dictation. Explications on the Chemical Marriage. These titles are pretty esoteric. Observe and compute the pathway displayed in the guidance diagram. Deconstructing and reversing its effects could generate potential ideas. So, it's one of Renee's draft lectures. Deconstructing the pathway. I suppose that could lead to a breakthrough. This is so long. This guy sure loves showing off his knowledge. Polonia, search keyword tree model and bring me all relevant books. Most of the experimental devices proposed by the Lilia Crucis Ordo are built based on the simple and basic logical structure of a tree model. Lilia Crucis. Guess they were trying to cover up the name of the Narcissenkois Ordo? When Duke St. Germanus departed, he said, "It seems that there's no going back." Alas, he is only a genius when it comes to machines. In all other things, he is but ordinary. Excuse me? I'm sorry. That's just ridiculous. What kind of book is this? Great Detective Herlock, the Alchemist and the Clockwork Saint? Isn't this a novel? Come on. Still, the author swears that they knew Renee well. Whatever. I guess it's not beyond the realms of possibility that Renee would say nonsense like that on occasion. Memory, wishes, souls, and persona. Frankly, this sounds more like occultism, but if Albedo vouches for it, I suppose there must be some alchemical basis to these techniques. The way Alain Guillotin saw it, the world was comprised of machines. The universe needed machines, and thus his technologies were created. That's why I was born. René, his full name was René de Petrichor, if I recall correctly. Sounds like he and the town must be intricately connected. That place was also the source of most of our information regarding Remurian civilization. Seems like some of his projects were based on their technology. The cutting of souls and storing them in vessels. These seemingly unrelated techniques underpinned René's research. Assuming that the four orthants correspond to alchemical categories. The chemical marriage model? Ellen would have scoffed at that. He never would have let those theories or parameters anywhere near his mathematical formulas. What was Alain's view on Renee? I know he mentioned the name, albeit very rarely. Oh, now I remember. Alain's old notes are here too. They mentioned Renee once. Renee seemed most out of sorts when he spoke to me. A lack of sweet foods has dulled his mind, I should think. Either way, his words are not to be believed. Yep, that sounds like Alain. My subordinates actually did a half-decent job digging out all these materials. Makes a change. Good for them. Some of Alain's old files are completely consistent with these records. He must have gotten them from the Tower of Gestalt. I never knew he got his hands on Renee's records that early. Heh, he may have kept them, but he never even attempted to use them. Didn't believe a word they said. Come to think of it, Renee's world formula was filled with calculations of constants. That shows he believed that the fate of the world to be predetermined. As for Alain... it's been too long. I forget what he said. What would he have said? A guy like him, fervent believer in machines, but not headstrong enough. The world can be changed. It is worth persevering. Yes, that's how he used to think at least. He created that procedure to save this world. Yet the scale of the world's fate proved too enormous. The result was beyond his ability to calculate. He died having never seen the outcome. And there I was, left behind in the ashes of his dreams. Did you really never take a close look at Renee's research? Or did you read it but deem his philosophy incompatible with your model? The very thought of trying to incorporate his ideas probably made you feel sick to the stomach. Well, don't worry, because there's a whole new category of lunatic in town. Next to Dottore, every other madman looks sane. You once asked me what I wished for. Should have asked him instead. He's the one pining for things you'd sooner die than witness. Even the tiniest variable can make big waves in the present. Now then, allow me to put these incompatible fragments together in your stead. First, establish and verify the existence of the Great Circle. Absolute nihil on one end, absolute reality on the other. Now, search between these two extremes. Then, the construction criteria. Variables. The sparks of civilization shall run out unless we consider introducing variables from outside the system. Input variables. Traverse the world, space-time, and civilization. Then extract the essential nodes from the records to determine which variables they point to. The primordial power that differentiated itself from the void. The power of light. Yes, light. Records. Hyperborea. This is so horrendously complicated. After all that, I'm still missing a few variables. I need to think this through again. How do you think it looks, Polonia? Like the frenzied scrawlings of a madwoman? Fine, keep it to yourself. It's not like you can talk anyway. I'll assume you gave it a passing grade. I jest. But true madness does often start with trying to save the world. What would Arlecchino and Columbina think if they saw this incomprehensible hen scratch? They'd probably have me institutionalized. So would Rosaline. She's been dead for a while now. When I close my eyes and think back, I can still see her face. And that enormous dress she used to wear. Such a bizarre choice. What possessed her? Oh, and the clack-clack of those heels used to drive me insane. No one's asking me, obviously, but I hope you all know that I never wanted to save the world. I'm not crazy. I don't have delusional ambitions, and that's a clinical fact. The world needs a solution, but I don't need the world's validation. It's the world begging me for answers, not the other way around.
Very odd introduction of the marionette. I mean, that's more of a introduction than we normally get for her. Like, we've gotten such random information. So I guess, I mean, it was pretty obvious that she was a robot herself. Just very advanced.
Oh, cookies to go with the tea. Let's see. They must be from that person who brought those documents. I see they're from Hotel de Boer. Something's written on the box. We are proud to present this homage to the Fortress of Meropede's fun-filled meal collection system. Fortune cookies. Have a lucky start to your day. Sounds like a dumb gimmick to me. Be early to bed and early to rise. Get plenty of sun and drink plenty of water. Then things will surely go well for you. What? Are you kidding me? Somehow I doubt that an early night and a glass of water is magically gonna save a world on the brink of existential peril.
I was just thinking, like, what's the likelihood that Columbina wrote that? But no, I don't know.
Lady Arlecchino, word has reached us that Lady Marionette's troops are all in position. They are ready to act as soon as the order is given.
Excellent.
The only
How would
thing
Columbina
is,
even
they
be
are
in
fewer in number
Fontaine,
than
you
we
know?
expected. It looks like many of them must have lost their lives at the hand of the monsters released by the Doctor.
Can't be helped. Allow them to join our ranks and keep in contact.
As you wish.
Oh boy. See, I wish that these things would stay here, but like, surely they're not gonna. You know, surely they're gonna go away after this story portion, right? Because otherwise, you just wouldn't be able to explore. Darn it. Almost got the teleport.
It's been a while, Arlecchino. You look well.
Wow, really, child? Sheesh.
Did Dottore really have to build his lab right on the sole path between Snezhnaya and Nodcry? Had to go on a huge detour to stay out of its line of sight.
Sounds like an arduous journey. I assume you've brought word from Her Majesty?
Of course, all part of the job. Firstly, the Tsaritsa has authorized Fatui Internal Affairs to review Dottore's case. They will reach a formal verdict on whether he has turned traitor and whether he poses a threat to Snezhnaya. While they're working on that, I've been ordered to come and receive the refugees from Nodcry.
They are nearby. My team will escort you to them shortly.
Great. Aside from that, Her Majesty has a message for you and Sandrone personally. Huh? Where is Sandrone?
She stayed behind to work since I was making the trip anyway. It seemed sensible to have one person on standby at base while the other came out to meet you.
All right, guess that's just how she rolls. In that case, tell her that the Tsaritsa's decree this time is pretty awesome sounding. I think she'll like this one. Still, I wonder what... Wait, what's that?
Oh?
Did one of our troops turn into a monster?
Take him out.
Please, okay, I was like, please don't have him be child.
Transfixed!
You can run, but you can't hide.
I'm still hoping that child gets like an upgrade of some sort when we go to Snezhnaya.
You've gotten stronger, Arlecchino.
Really?
Nice.
Did she?
Stop that right now. I appreciate the praise, but I am not fighting you today.
I knew it.
Does he even know that the Traveler is in trouble? I don't know.
Overruled.
Seems
I
like
can't
my
believe
normal
it.
Arlecchino.
He was a living, breathing human one moment, and the next?
Another fine piece of work by our dear colleague, I'm afraid.
What in the world has been going on in Nodcry?
A lot. But long story short, Dottore stole 2 moon marrows that should have belonged to Columbina, then built a 3rd moon marrow of his own to concentrate the Trilunar Authority in his hands.
What? What do you mean he built a moon marrow? People build roads and houses, not moon marrows. What's his next DIY project? He's gonna build a god?
You could stand to be less surprised. We are harbingers. The work we are engaged in makes the creation of gods seem mundane by comparison. I tell everyone who asks that you once crossed swords with Rex Lapis while serving as a key supporter for Rosaline's plan. But right now, you're acting like a common adventurer.
Thanks for speaking up for me. Those 2 really took me for a ride back then. Then again, surely no common adventurer would manage to get tangled up with them the way I did. That's gotta count in my favor, right?
It almost sounds like you wish to repeat the experience. I might have to lower my opinion of you.
No. I'll stop talking. Please, go on.
Oh, I'll shut up.
Dottore is currently still experimenting with his newfound power in ways that continue to corrode the outside world. As for the human mutation, I believe this is simply a consequence of his experiments, and not a strategic move. That radiant beast was once a subordinate of Sandrone's. I suspect he was only allowed to live so that he could become an experimental subject. Also, those of us who fought Dottore have been afflicted with a curse. As such, I cannot leave Nodcry.
This is so much worse than I thought. No wonder Her Majesty's decree is so extreme. While these exceptional circumstances persist, the Harbingers are hereby authorized to use unilateral executive powers. Should Dottore pose a threat, Arlecchino and Sandrone are permitted to eliminate him.
My thanks to Her Majesty. I will pass these good tidings on to Sandrone.
Her Majesty has also declared that she will refrain from launching an attack on the now evacuated Nodcry due to the presence of unretrieved research material.
A wise decision.
By the way, how's my old partner doing? I'm assuming they're with you?
Partner? You mean the Traveler? I'm afraid I have bad news. She was captured after our failed assault on Dottore's lab. Her whereabouts are currently unknown.
What? Why? Since when does Dottore have a bone to pick with her?
That is indeed the question. I'm not sure he does. He must have some other goal in mind.
This won't do. I have to rescue her.
You can't. We have no idea where the Traveler is.
What am I supposed to do then? Stand here twiddling my thumbs?
Sandrone is working on it. The best thing you can do right now is complete your mission.
Fine. I guess I'll leave this to you then.
One last thing. Tell the Rooster to get the message out to the gods and citizens of every nation in Teyvat. Beware. An uncontrollable pollution is spreading forth from Nodcry. The source of that pollution is a madman drunk on the success of his experiments. The Fatui and our allies will endeavor to contain the threat. However, if Nodcry falls, things are likely to escalate. Considering Dottore is one of our own, all Fatui stationed in Nodcry consider it our duty to stay and fight him to the bitter end. Whatever the cost.
Hey, don't be too pessimistic. If it comes to it, I'm sure Her Majesty won't stand by and do nothing.
I hope you're right.
Weird to say that. Implying that, like, they don't think that she'd come and help, like... But we don't know how limited she is. She might actually have to stay in Snezhnaya for some reason.
You're right on time.
Thanks. Hey, do you think I'll get that gliding exam exemption? I made sure I was on my best behavior in Mondstadt. I landed well outside the city and walked in through the gates.
I'll help you apply, don't worry. For now, let's see what we have here.
What are the doctor's energy fields even made from? The usual attract and repel principles that govern Kuvaki don't seem to apply to them.
They are very mysterious, but ultimately, they appear to be comprised of energies from the three realms. Thanks to research by Master and the Hexen Circle, we know that Tevat's 7 elements are derived from the more primordial power of the Light Realm, which is antagonistic with the power of the Void Realm. Since you have the power of the Dragon Durin within you, I'm sure you can already tell that this energy field contains no abyssal energy.
That's true. It's not abyssal energy, it's something pure, wild, and untamed.
I've been thinking about something. Do you still remember the device that Dory supplied from the Academia when you and Miss Columbina fought Rarier? That was one of the most marvelous feats of ingenuity I've ever seen. The design, the craftsmanship, the material selection. I couldn't fault any of it. Not to mention the operating principles. Surely the most ingenious feature of all. Dory didn't go into detail on how it functions, but I have a working theory. The clue was that Miss Columbina was somehow able to use the pyro energy that you provided, despite the fact that, as a moon goddess, she should only be able to use Light Realm energy in principle. Now, all elemental energy is, of course, derived from Light Realm energy to begin with. Hence, I suspect that the device works by restoring elemental energy to its original state. This presumes a theoretical model of the 7 elements akin to that of light refracted through a prism. Perhaps it is no mere analogy. Maybe there is indeed a prism in this model. I almost wonder if the idea for the device was conceived based on direct observations of said prism. It would explain how such an ironclad design concept was achieved. It is at once a masterwork of engineering and a groundbreaking application of the Academia's latest elemental theories. I suspect only Lesser Lord Kusanali herself could have devised such an ambitious technology. But back to the energy field before us. If this is pure Light Realm energy, its relation to elemental energy is one of integration versus division. Or you could say that the former contains the latter. Could this mean that elemental energy can dilute the power of the Light Realm?
Should we give it a try?
We should.
Ha! It works!
Clear signs of disruption were detected at the periphery of the energy field. This indicates that elemental energy can disturb or even negate the field. Now you try.
All right, here goes. It's working!
Switch to abyssal energy and attack again. No surprises there. Abyssal power drains the energy field to a significantly greater extent. I now feel confident in asserting that the energy field is indeed pure Light Realm energy, and that elemental energy can dilute it.
But the energy field is huge. How much elemental energy will it take to neutralize it?
We don't have to neutralize it completely. We can try other approaches. That's all for theory. Would you like to continue watching?
So you knew I was here.
Huh? When did you get here?
A while ago. But Albedo sounded like he was working on his thesis defense back there. Back in Sumeru. You can end a person's whole career by interrupting them mid-speech.
Very thoughtful of you. I'm truly touched. Could I ask you to lend me a hand?
With what?
A little test. Try using Anima to unleash a concentrated assault with circular blades, with the goal of breaking through at a singular point.
Nice! This time it tore through the field.
Tremendous. This is a major breakthrough.
Should we go through?
We probably shouldn't risk having mutually antagonistic energies in such close proximity. Durin, You stay here and watch the entrance.
Nope.
Hat Guy and I will go in to
You
investigate.
might get trapped in there, okay.
Sounds sensible to me.
Okay.
Keep your eyes peeled, Durin.
Don't worry, I got this. You two be careful in there. Just give me the signal if you need help, and I'll dive right in.
What do you mean, signal?
It's based on a new alchemical concoction I developed last month. When 2 bottles of it are smashed on the ground together, they emit a blinding burst of light. If it comes to that, remember to shield your eyes with your hat.
Glad I asked. Thanks for the heads up.
Will these two even be, like, good in
Like
combat?
I thought. Beyond a certain distance, we can't see the opening where we came in. Maybe that's to prevent people from escaping.
Sounds like Dottore style to me. Not much has changed. Things are basically the same here as they were before the energy field appeared.
They have no heartbeats and they're not breathing. We can only assume they're dead. But there are no visible wounds. Also, there's an animal squatting next to each body.
It's watching us. That's not an animal's gaze.
What are you trying to tell us?
Doesn't seem eager to talk. I guess maybe it's just an animal after all.
Let's keep looking around.
Same situation everywhere. Not a living soul in sight. Just countless bodies with animals standing watch over them.
Well, I think we can safely rule out the possibility that they're all pets.
Is skirting around the topic your way of showing consideration for other people's feelings?
Just being cautious. I don't doubt that you can handle the truth.
Careful.
Please. Help us. Please.
Over there, I hear a voice.
Please. Help us. Please.
What happened here?
I don't know. Suddenly, everyone collapsed. Then my line of sight got lower. I still have some of my senses left. I gotta get out of here.
It looks like there's a huge experiment going on inside this energy field. Maybe each energy field is its own giant experiment. Vile.
He's swapping human minds with those of animals. Even without the other circumstances, this would be an extremely radical experiment. Those people may have lost their sense of selves, but they are not fully animals either. If they were, they would have left. But instead, their instincts are driving them to remain by their dead bodies.
We should go. No sense in sticking around here longer than we need to.
Agreed.
A very weird situation. Like I don't know what to say about this. It's Dottore just kind of feels like he's a bit random, I feel.
Ah, you're back. Everything okay?
We saw some things that take a strong stomach. Otherwise, we're fine.
We should share our findings with the others.
Yes? Who is it?
Miss Nefer, it's me, Albedo. We found a way to break through the energy fields. With enough control, it's possible to tear them open using elemental energy. Also, we managed to take a look inside. Dottore is carrying out his cruel experiments on an immense scale. Any residents who have failed to evacuate in time will likely meet a grisly end.
Sounds like he's living down to our expectations.
Might I ask how things are proceeding on your end?
I'm just about to get started. I'll be in touch once I have a result.
Understood. Stay safe.
I will.
Well, Nefer, I'll link up with you once my tasks are complete.
What makes you think I'd need you to do that?
I'll need it. And considering the way you approach certain matters, I think you'll be better off with me present.
Let's begin. Entering simulation mode. A vast wasteland. Is this the Traveler's inner world? I was expecting something more vibrant, to be honest. Wait, someone's there.
What are you looking at? In that case, I'll look at it with you. I want to know all about everything you've seen and experienced. Is there somewhere I should return to? Or should I stay here and be the hero everyone says I am? I don't dislike my current life. Roaming the land, fighting battles, accomplishing missions, earning a living, looking after Paimon. It's not so bad. I guess the only thing that's missing is that you're not here with me.
This is the conscious layer, which contains a person's true feelings. It is filled with both longing and kindness.
I suppose anyone who lives long enough ends up wishing for someone who can't be there. Maybe it's the only way we can feel truly alive.
Time to delve a little deeper.
Nasha Town is hardly the optimal choice for a place to live, but it has character and a reasonable population density.
What are you trying to say?
Oh, don't be nervous. I was just thinking where might make a good starting point for your journey. Perhaps I should send you further afield. Conria, perhaps.
Conria ceased to exist long ago.
Once again, you fail to understand the possibilities that the Tri-Lune creates. Anything that has existed in the past, I can now recreate. You simply do not wish to see that happen. That might be because you miss your sibling and fear getting answers that you are not ready to learn. But this is not for me to judge. If we are to collaborate, we need to maintain an amicable relationship. In a moment, you will be able to...
Oh no.
What are you...
How can you even see that?
gonna do?
Don't move.
His
Something
powers are weird.
unwanted has crept into... Oh? Gone as quickly as it came.
If that's an ancient relic, he shouldn't really have that much knowledge of
Did you save me?
that type of thing.
If I hadn't cut the
Oh, wow.
connection, Dottore might have caught you from the other side and destroyed you.
And destroyed you? That
This
easy.
was a good idea, but once is plenty. You were exceptionally brave. Excellent work.
Thanks, but now's not the time for that.
Albedo speaking.
I think I know where she is.
What is this endless darkness? I can't see anything, even though my eyes are wide open. But why? What happened?
Ah, sorry about that. I take it you didn't notice. Just now, a friend of yours took a little peek into your mind.
Could it be Nefer? How did she do it? Did she use something as a medium to connect to me?
Do you think she's aware of your current circumstances? Oh dear. Have I stunned you into silence? I only wanted to slow down your time a little so I could stop your intruder in her tracks. It would have been nice to capture the spy. I must say, I'm finding the ability to adjust the flow of time rather intriguing. The moment you closed your eyes, time seemed to grow impossibly viscous, didn't it? A whole month passed before you opened your eyes again, but only for you. No one else was affected. I dare say this is something only a god can achieve.
That's weird. I don't understand.
Point taken. You've proven once again that you have god-tier powers.
God
oh, you
tier.
misunderstand. This wasn't about proving a point. I was testing things out. I find I learn best by doing, and I have to admit, time is not the easiest dimension to control. I only wanted to make you sleep for a short while, but it ended up lasting a whole month. Clearly some finesse is required to wield the authority over time as I wish. I hope you're not angry with me. It was only a month's discrepancy, nothing too serious. Had I been off by a year, a decade, or even a century, that would have been quite a different story.
I don't think that she actually noticed the months.
Could have frozen
though.
me for millions of years. So much for collaboration. You aren't showing much sincerity.
Millions of years? To what end? I wonder if you don't understand humans all that well. They are very pragmatic creatures who understand only that which they can perceive with their senses. If I had you sit here for a week, I imagine people might sympathize. But if I left you here for 100, 1,000, or 10,000 years, the sheer size of that number would cause it to lose all meaning to them. They would not have the capacity to comprehend your suffering, and thus they could not empathize. Unfortunately, while gods do exist in Tevat, it is ordinary humans that account for most of the population. Their lifespans are so limited, their bodies so fragile. Did you ever really hope that they could begin to understand someone like you?
I mean, what is her
Your
lifespan
long
even?
life and unique origins make you fundamentally different from them. How long will it be before they start to treat you like the alien you are? Before you are ostracized, outcast?
Alien.
Even I feel bad for you sometimes. This world has made you into a slave. So many times you have served its will, and not once have the powers that be ever thought to grant you the one simple thing you wish for. You have been treated most unfairly. I can change that. I will grant you special privileges and give you back the status you rightly deserve as a descender.
That's the weird part. The Senders are supposed to be really powerful. Now, I mean, she could just be an alien. I mean, the Senders are just aliens, so
I've
like she
entered
could
the
just be a
past
weak
3
alien.
times
But...
at this point, but I still have so many questions. For instance, beyond each point being further back in time than the last, what determines the specific locations at which I can make entry? So far, the common thread linking all 3 scenarios is that the Traveler has been present. But it's more than that. I know I sensed something familiar around her. What was it? I'll keep this question in mind as I carry on.
Humans, you never change. Always trying to use powers you neither comprehend nor control.
This looks like Star Sand Shoal. Was this before Rerir regained his physical form?
You've messed with the cannon again, huh? Sorry, but this round's not gonna go your way.
The cannon. That's right. I was at Silver Moon Hall and I sensed an abnormal Kuvaki fluctuation coming from Nasha Town. And right after that, came an ominous power emanating from Star Sand Shoal.
My body was once torn into countless pieces and hurled into the swirling chaos of time itself. But even so, my life and will were not extinguished.
I wonder if I could try to prevent his resurrection. But how would I do it? What can I do, here and now?
Traveler! Behind you! Look at that light!
No, I won't make it in time. She's using the Kuvaki shield like I taught her. Is she gonna use it to block the cannon's beam? She's strong. I'm sure she can manage. But the force released when the beam impacts the shield might lead to collateral damage. EC Island. The Frost Moon Scions will be exposed to lethal levels of Kuvaki.
A question, if I may. Kind Miss Columbina. When the cannon's Kuvaki beam was deflected earlier, I saw several bolts of energy streak toward Hisi Island, only to be blocked. Did you also have a hand in that?
I remember this. I just assumed it was
Maybe that
the
really
island's
was me
natural
after all.
defenses.
Well, future me. But I don't know if I have enough power left.
Sigi sato pasa sax, niti ipotuftos.
There's no time.
Osestikos paratin tiran to risuiku, topir to aithion feraton.
I have to make it. Oh, Frost Moon. Oh, great land. Oh, slumbering moonlight of Nodcry. If you can hear me, if you can sense my call, then please, heed me once more! Did it work?
Hey, wake up. Hey, did you hear me? Columbina, I said wake up now!
Oh, good morning, Sandrone.
It's 3 in the afternoon, actually. And could you kindly not use my quarters as your personal nap room next time?
But I feel so safe here. And you're Coffee, right? It's so bitter, but it smells lovely.
It's like you were raised by wolves in a forest or something. What did you drink growing up? Grass tea?
The Frost Moon Scions certainly led a more frugal existence than the Fatui.
Then I'll bet you've never eaten one of these before.
It smells delicious.
That's because it's a Fontanian recipe. I had a little free time today, so I made a batch. Rosaline will be here shortly, but if you really can't wait, I guess you can go ahead and... Hey, at least let me finish before you start eating! Did the Frost Moon Scions not teach you basic table manners? Or did the rules not apply to you because you're the high and mighty moon goddess?
These are so tasty.
Of course they are. I made them.
I was worried they might contain traces of machine oil.
What? You know, there's something I've always wanted to ask you. Why did you leave your old home and join the Fatui? I mean, I'm sure their food was awful. But there's gotta be more to it than that.
Well, life there didn't go quite how I imagined.
What were you expecting? You're a god. Your followers are gonna make some demands of you, right? Surely you can just answer a few prayers here and there in return for the free food and drink. How bad can it be?
Well, would you help other people just for free food and drink? The doctor told me that you were created by a great mechanic, Lord something Fisher.
The Lord Artificer. Ugh, some people can't keep their mouths shut.
Oh, Lord Artificer. And didn't he have something to do with the, narcissist?
Narcissenkreuz Ordo.
Yes, that was it. Narcissenkreuz Ordo. So, would you try to fulfill their wishes?
You must be joking. I wouldn't go even if they paid me. I don't even know them.
Exactly. Well, I felt the same way. I did not know the people who made demands of me.
Huh. What do you know? We're on the same page for once. In his later years, Elen did ask me if there was anything I wanted to do. If I had any wishes of my own. Well, I don't. And I'm not in any mood to fulfill someone else's either.
Who's Alain?
He was the... You know what? Never mind. You're not gonna remember. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is, neither of us is the self-sacrificing type. Let me ask you this. What sort of place would you like to live in, if you could choose?
A place where people don't ask me for things I cannot give them. Where they don't worship me, or fear me, but just want to chat with me like a normal person. I'd also like the freedom to come and go as I please. And ideally, it would be somewhere with the smell of coffee and snacks.
Not to burst your bubble, but no such place exists in the world. Now, take your snacks and scram.
Did I pass out? Of course. I'm back here again. I dreamed of events from my past. Sandrone. Traveler. I miss you all so much. Back there. I guess I managed to harness all the Kuvaki energy on Hisi Island. But how did I do it? Time is flowing backwards here, and I can use that familiar power to enter the world of the past. That mystery ally everyone talked about. It was me all along. I can sense that there isn't much more power remaining up ahead. What lies at the end of all of this? Will time keep flowing into the past? And will I ever find my way back? It's getting harder and harder to use my power. I'm no match for the Abyss in this state. I need to avoid the contaminated fragments. Time to go. I wonder where I'll find myself this time. The Final Night Cemetery. This is where Flint's is based.
Or not! How are we supposed to read through this many files?
Difficult, yes. But it is also our most efficient
I
option.
remember the book coming out
Seems
randomly.
like they're searching for information. Oh, I remember. Flint's and Varga talked about some files on the Wild Hunt. Was this my doing too?
To expose the true intentions of this Rereer, we need to dive into Notcry's history.
Are my actions changing the past? Or are they simply completing a process? Is all of this inevitable? Or am I the one making these decisions? If I choose not to help them now, will it change how things turn out?
Hope we don't land on our heads then.
They're my friends. I can't not help them.
Ghost!
And the other one was... here.
Hey! Another file's moving!
That should do it. Luanatar? You can sense my presence? Wait! Luanatar. So she's that familiar presence I've been sensing all along. She's always been by the Traveler's side. That explains why the Traveler has been there each time I've entered the past. But why Luanatar? Is it because she has a connection to me as the Moon Goddess's familiar? If so, why not any other Kuhenki? That's... I cannot sense any power up ahead. Just a void, stretching out into infinity. This is likely my final chance to enter the past. It's now or never. I have to find a way back. Hisi Island? How far back in time is this? Where's Luanatar? I can't sense her presence this time.
Oh, seeing Anafa and Aino reunited like that sure was heartwarming.
Traveler, Paimon. No, stay calm. I don't have much power left to change things. I don't even have that much time left here. Think, Columbina. How do I find a way back? A way back... to where? Do I go back to Moon Prayer Night? Or to the future that followed? And if I return in my current state, what will become of me then? Dotori's actions that day proved that he'd been planning that for a long time. He had already seized the power of 2 moon marrows before capturing me. Even if I managed to get back, how can I fight against him when he wields the Tri-Lune Authority? I can't. If I go back like this, I'll be playing right into his hands. I have to find some way of rivaling the power he has usurped. Wait. Time flowing backwards. The Tri-Lune Authority. Does that mean... I think I know what the final destination of this lunar reflection might be. I know what I must do.
Speaking of homes, we must already be close to where the Frost Moon Scions live. The vibe here feels different, just like the scenery.
But how do I communicate my plan to my friends? Should I write it down here? No, someone else will see it. I need something with a close connection to me. Something I can use as a medium to tell them what's happened to me in here. Now it makes sense.
What was that? Felt like some sort of breeze blew by, and then the petals suddenly turned into... Huh?
It was I who brought Luanatar into being. I gave up a piece of my own soul to create her. That's why I could sense a familiar power from the moment I entered this space.
You'd think that would have been
It also
noticeable.
explains why she's been present in every past location that I've entered. Because we have a deep connection.
Hey there! What's your name?
And the reason why there are no more gates to the past after this point is that Luanatar hadn't been born then. No wonder I sensed the trace of a blessing when we first met. But I still didn't recognize the soul hidden within you. Back then, I was just a little lost dove. I had yet to become Columbina Hyposelenia.
Go on now. We've got stuff to do. Best you find someone else to hang out with.
Hey, you scared it off.
I'll be counting on you. Remember to stay by the traveler's side, guide her, and help her in my stead. Oh, and bring her to the garden where the moon prayer blossoms grow. There's a little lost dove there who will need her help. Go on. You too. Go and live your story. As for mine must go in a different direction.
No idea where this is going.
How would you like to experience the thrill of never being held accountable for your actions? You could crush people like ants without consequence, or tear off their heads or limbs as you please. Believe me, such a life is but one small step away.
What point is he trying to make? Freedom? But the freedom to kill? To do evil and get away with it? Why would you offer me that?
The creation of a world is the ultimate scientific experiment. I have taken my research to the highest level, where I shall be not just a god, but also a servant to many sacred spirits. I shall heed the truth and perform holy deeds. A god's laboratory is the perfect playground. But it needs the right occupant to explore its full potential. Mortals are found everywhere one looks. Not so with Descenders. I'd prefer my first guest to be a distinguished individual such as yourself. And I know you could make the most of the opportunities it offers.
So the condition for entering the new world is to take innocent lives. The same dilemma that Rerir once faced. Could I really bring myself to kill others for my own benefit? Rerir did. And look where it got him.
I mean, there was more to it.
Have you made up your mind?
There was a manipulation where
I
it was
can't
for
do
Rear,
it.
but there's more
Your
to
playground is no place for me. You're putting your hopes in the wrong person. But we both know I'm not quite the hero you say I am either. I have my own reasons for the journey I'm on. And they aren't all selfless.
You've grown a lot since we last met. But there are still things you are unwilling to compromise on. This will only hinder you. Why don't I lower my requirements a little as a gesture of goodwill? I'll give you a little time to learn to be a less noble soul. That'll make things much easier for you.
I really doubt I could live that sort of life.
And yet you already sound less defiant than a moment ago. The benefits appeal to you because you can read the signs of the times. Why don't we return to my research facility? Your last visit was so rushed. There is much that I have yet to show you.
Okay.
Now to that question,
Heroes don't attack from behind. Guess I'm no hero.
This is most
I'm not really gonna do anything.
disappointing.
See, why is she running away? She actually says stay close to him.
Now then. A new face. Interesting.
Surprising. I would not have thought that they were gonna save her that suddenly. I mean, they didn't know where he was, so I guess was enough for a rescue mission at least. Hat guy, your hat literally wasn't in the cutscene though, so that's a little weird, isn't it?
You're still gonna call me Hat Guy after that, huh?
I literally named him too. Like it's pretty weird. Came all this way just to save me.
I didn't see anyone else in there who needed saving.
I didn't think he got hit though.
It's nothing. I'll be fine. Why are you looking at me like that? Is it that shocking that I'd come to your rescue?
Well, yeah, the doctor doesn't know anything about him. He's outside the flow of fate. He's basically a descender to some extent.
I owed you a favor back in Sumeru. Now we're even. Distracting Dotori was tough. I won't lie. He's not gonna fall for the same trick twice. That was my one shot. I'd hoped to use it to take him out. Ugh. I never wanted to obliterate someone more than I do right now. Dotori doesn't recognize me, but his segments were originally made based on an analysis of my operational principles. I expect it's only a matter of time before he figures out what I am.
So Dotori doesn't recognize Wanderer because he deleted himself from Irminsul.
Yeah, we know.
Did he really miss his only chance for revenge by saving me?
Why the long face? Hey, I'm not blaming you, okay? And I'm not complaining either. Rescuing you and killing Dotori are equally important goals. Everyone would be pretty stuck without you. It's best you live to fight another day.
How are you holding up? Are you all right? Hat guy said to put safety first, so we agreed to run as far away as we could after leaving the energy field and only meet up once it was safe.
You don't look injured. It seems that Dotori didn't do anything to you.
All right. Rescue operation complete. Let's head back. There's a lot more work to be done before this is over.
What's stopping Dotori from just leaving the sphere, though? Okay. Oh, wow, we're going straight into Act 8, then. Cutscene again? Wow, this is really more focused than I was expecting. I actually kind of wanted to end the stream soon. Then again, yeah, we really made a lot of progress in the last 5 to 10 minutes, didn't we?
Understood. I will bear the Tsaritsa's decree in mind. I don't see what's so awesome about it, though. Does he really think everyone else is as immature as him? I'm not stooping to Tartaglia's level.
I thought you might say that. How's your progress?
Quite promising, actually. That alchemist Albedo gave me a few ideas. Remember how I asked you to look up some files for me? That stuff on the Natsitzenkreuz Institute. René de Petrichor and Jakob Ingold. Alain Guillotin despised René's theories and methods, but he never managed to come up with better alternatives either. So I adopted some of René's ideas.
I thought Alain was like a father to you. He and René were mortal enemies, were they not?
Gonna have to look into this later.
What would you say if Linny and his friends one day learned something useful from someone you utterly detested?
I would applaud them for it. That would mean that they have surpassed me.
For all we know, Alain Guillotin might have thought the same thing. Not that it matters, though. He's dead, and I'm alive.
But, like, I did
so
a mission with
my call to make.
Noise-resistant
Once you
quartz or whatever.
die, it doesn't matter how great you were in life.
But I don't
Only the
remember
living
any
get to
special
decide
details.
what happens next.
Experimenting with
Come on
orphans,
out.
maybe?
They're back.
Huh?
Yeah, anyway, yeah, hi, I'm back. Just really sudden.
You're back? And your head's still screwed on? And you still have all your limbs?
What does it look like? Way to keep your composure, madam.
Excuse you. I am perfectly composed.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how Sandrone is somewhat concerned for the traveler. That's more than I would have expected. But I suppose it's hard to tell when she really likes somebody. I heard some like rumor that Sandrone's going to be kind of... It's unclear when or how she'll be playable. But it doesn't seem like she's gonna be playable soon. And if she is gonna be playable, she might have a form change type of thing, maybe. I mean, which I'm not too surprised, because like it doesn't really feel like she's really a combat character, even though she should be. I mean, I just don't like Polonia, because just like big dumb robot that doesn't look like he'd be fun to control. And I mean, in a little bit of time I was controlling him in that last chapter, yeah, I was just like, okay, I don't know.
Glad you're okay. Yes, it's a huge relief.
Where's Child?
Worry? Oh, yeah, right. You think we, the Fatui, were worried about you?
We were worried sick.
Hey!
The Traveler and I were already friends. You are free to join this mission in whatever capacity you please. Much like your tea parties.
It's a laugh a minute with you guys.
I must say, I was quite surprised when Mr. Albedo told me he would need no additional aid.
We discussed this on our way back as well. I am rarely so unequivocal, but in this case, we had full confidence in Hat Guy.
He said he knew what he was doing. Albedo and I pretty much had to just wait outside on standby. Meanwhile, Hat Guy broke into the energy field and rescued the Traveler solo.
Surprising that
You
nobody
didn't have to
questions who this
mention
guy
that.
is.
Well, I'm thoroughly impressed. You are a force to be reckoned with, Hat Guy.
This is the most mysterious person ever, if I didn't already know his origins. Yeah. that it's just so absurd. Like, if I knew nothing about his past, I'd just be like, this guy is gonna be like the most important person ever. Like, he's crazy powerful and just effortlessly. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Traveler! It's really you! Thank goodness! Paimon missed you so much!
You can finally breathe easy, Paimon.
It's great to have you back in one piece! Paimon's been having nightmares the whole time you were gone!
Look at them. You know, once you reach my age, there's nothing better than watching a misty-eyed reunion between friends.
It's nothing. Same goes when you get to my age, too. I bet Aino and Anefa would be tearing up as well if they were here.
Varka, I'm not sure Anefa can cry.
Oh, yeah, good point. Hey, your eyes are looking a little red and puffy. Come here, let's hug it out.
What? Ew, no! No, thank you. You're not my dad, okay? Knock it off! Everyone, I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused you. But the silver lining is, I didn't come away from this ordeal empty-handed. While I was being held captive, I learned a lot about Dottoro's current capabilities and what he plans to do with them. Allow me to explain.
The three moon goddesses were even more powerful than we imagined. No wonder Dottore believes himself to be equal to the gods. Maybe even superior.
Utter blasphemy.
Maybe when they say gods, they mean archons. That'd
While
make more
everyone was
sense.
gone, Nefer and I made an interesting discovery. And I believe Miss Sandrone has something to share too. Ma'am, perhaps you could do the honors?
Because, like...
Called it. Getting rid of a pesky troublemaker like her is like trying to clean up after a crumbly cake. It always comes back to haunt you.
But yeah, like, the original moon goddesses were, like, the seemingly the... Well, no, I don't remember exactly how powerful. I was going to say they were I was going to say that they were the first gods of the planet, but no. The dragons... I mean... They might be the first gods, but they were like super passive gods. And then the dragons kind of took control after that. I feel like the dragons were more powerful. But the way the dragons worked, it was very confusing since we've seen the dragons look very pseudo-human-y, so it's weird. But with the moon goddesses. I don't know, like, it's like, oh, they lost because somebody blew up the moons, and it's like, yeah, I guess that's, you know, if you just have that power, you can do that, you know. But I just feel like the heavenly principles would be much stronger than the power of the moon.
Our next step is to find a way to bring her back.
A place where time flows backwards, with no destination in sight. Surely it must have been created for a specific purpose. But I fear the answers are buried deep in Tevat's history, held by great powers beyond our reach.
It sounds like she's on a specific path through time, just traveling in the opposite direction to us. The question is, where does that path lead? Or will it keep going to infinity?
We considered that question as well. Strictly speaking, time is not infinite.
Indeed not. Every road has an end.
Nicole! You sure love quietly sneaking in mid-conversation.
I do, in fact. It's something I've always done at our mages' tea parties. Quiet, mysterious, and persuasive.
Why are we okay? Why are we like looking at her
at the end
so
of her
closely?
road? Well, just as the world has a beginning and an end, so too does time. And so, the end of the road is the moment that Tevat was born. But where Miss Columbina will end up along this road, that depends on where this particular river of reverse time began.
What about the original moons and the moon goddesses? Do they have a beginning too?
All things do. In the beginning, no moons adorned the sky. It was the Dragon King Nibelung who raised the 3 moons into the heavens, and thus were the moon goddesses born.
Okay, so the dragons were above.
They were
okay.
shadows of the
Like I
planet,
thought.
born to wield
I
Nibelung's
wasn't sure who was
authority
first, so.
and oversee the world on his behalf. They were extensions of his will, manifestations of his majesty. But then one day, they disappeared just as suddenly as they had once been brought into being. Nobody knew where they had gone.
Yeah, what's going on with this being the loading screen though? Especially now that we have the traveler back.
Like I thought.
I
No
guess
more
it's cool.
paths back to reality have emerged since.
I didn't think that flower represents Columbina though.
But
I
how
thought
can I
it
be sure
represented
that
the
I'm
traveler.
going the right way without scenes from reality to keep me on track? I can't even be sure of how long I've been walking for. The further I travel, the less stable this space becomes. There are even moments where I can sense something that feels like abyssal energy.
Rear,
They
maybe?
can just materialize out of thin air. I have to keep my wits about me.
I guess we'll go over here. Okay. I assume that would have hurt me. There's Rivera. Man, unsurprising.
Is that the ray here of Solnari?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
You are the moon goddess. But how? Please, there's no need.
Okay.
I'm not interested in fighting anymore.
I find that a little difficult to believe.
Yeah. Honestly, so do I. The way you used my own power against me was... It was a brilliant strategy. And then, in the final moment before I was thrown into this space, I got to see an old friend.
Mr. Dainsleif.
Right. It was so long ago now. But we were friends once. And when I first got here, I was filled with hatred, remorse, and rage. How I cursed and devoured. I tore everything here apart. I was consumed by the desire to leave this place and have my vengeance. but to no avail. This is a place with no exit. This is the second time I've entered this space, though I have no memory of the first.
Yeah.
I was torn to shreds the moment I entered. But this time I survived. It must be partly because of this new body, and partly because of all the Kuvaki I absorbed in Nodcry.
Make it the Kuvaki.
Are you the source of the abyssal power in here?
Not all of it. Some is from when I first arrived here and tried to destroy everything.
Oh, okay.
But there was already a degree of abyssal power here before I entered. And like a venomous snake baking in the merciless sun, it tried to slither into my shadow.
Tried to? So, you rejected it?
Yes. Because after that, the world suddenly became silent for a moment.
What do you mean?
The voices in my head, they were gone. And then I saw her.
Her?
Thalindis. My former lover.
Never mentioned that she saw a memory of Thalindis leaping into the moon's reflection.
More precisely, I saw her afterimage. I'm sure the real her is long gone. She was just an ordinary Conrian. She couldn't have survived here for very long. Anyway, why have you come here? Didn't you know it was a dead end?
If I hadn't escaped through the moon gate, my friends would have been in far greater danger.
Oh, I see. Because of your power. The power of a moon goddess.
What?
You'd like to know how I know, wouldn't you? The one who resurrected me said so. I could hear a deep lust for power in his voice.
Do you mean... Dottore?
Dottore. So that's what he's called. He'd been collecting fragments of my body for a long time. All so that he could resurrect me at the moment of his choosing. I had no interest in his research. But being as corroded by the abyss as I was, we were aligned as far as hunting the moons and recovering my strength were concerned.
So that's why the Wild Hunt suddenly became so active in Nodcry. When I left the Fatui in my weakened state, Dottore must have felt that his time had come.
Moon Goddess? Could I ask a favor of you?
What?
I know this is a lot to ask, especially from someone who tried to kill you. If you refuse, I won't fight it. But this is the only thing I desire now. Nothing else matters.
What do you want?
I'd like you to take a message to Thalindis for me.
Thalindis? But...
Yes, she's dead. But like I said, I saw her afterimage. I can sense that some part of her soul remains here. Far, far ahead.
Why don't you go and speak to her yourself?
I can't. I don't know why, but I can't move freely in this space as you can. All I can see is a glimpse of her, walking away. Just like the moment when I last saw her in life. In return, I will clear these abyssal obstacles for you. No, not in return. I'll clear them for you. Whether you want to help me or not. It feels like something I ought to do.
Why?
Yeah. Why, indeed. I've been asking myself that question a lot recently. Why did I do the things I did? I'm tired of it all.
It's so corrupt.
Tired of the person I became. People used me. And then I turned around and started using others. I hurt a lot of people. I think I grew tired of it long ago. But I wouldn't admit it to myself. And ultimately,
That's how I ended up here.
What do you wish to tell her?
All of it. My past. My mistakes. Everything that happened after we were separated.
Is it okay if I give her the abridged version?
Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty you can skip over. Just tell her the important parts. Whatever you think that means.
Like the part where you relentlessly tried to kill us?
It's up to you. Love demands honesty. But my relationship with Thelindis was built on lies. We hid too much from each other. But after living my whole life in the shadows, I don't want to hide anything anymore.
I will do my best.
There. The Abyss will no longer stand in your way.
Even though Mr. Dainsliff felt he had to fight you, I think he still regarded you as a friend.
Dane?
He said that you betrayed him, but he also felt great remorse at never having understood what you were truly going through.
Why tell me this?
Because if he'd known that someone could take a message to you, I believe that's what he would have said.
Thank you. It means a lot. I know this will sound strange coming from me, but don't die, Moon Goddess. I can tell that you're determined to get out of here.
He kept his word. The Abyss is no longer obstructing my path.
Where do I go? There we go. Like, what even sticks out here, you know? I think that's Thelindis.
Is that the Lindis? She wasn't far off at all. And yet, they can... Hello,
Is that accurate?
Miss Lindis.
They can never meet?
Who are
Like,
you?
They say that, but like...
How do you know my name? I've never seen anyone else here before.
You can call me Columbina. I promised Rerir that I'd bring a message to you.
Rerir? My Rerir? Is he well?
He's doing better than he was.
Better than he was, huh? Sounds like he's had a pretty rough time.
Others have had a rough time on his account too. In many cases, their time ran out because of him. And I'm not just talking about the children of the Crimson Moon.
So, things got worse before they got better. Could you tell me what happened, Miss Columbina?
Are you sure you wish to know?
Yes. This is my opportunity to learn the truth. No matter how hard it is to hear, I have to know.
I admire your courage. However, time is short. I cannot stay here for long. Ryrir had seeds of hatred in his heart, and many people nursed them for their own ends. On some level, everything he did was to try and find a way to see you again. But in the end, he came to regret his mistakes. He wanted to apologize for hiding his past from you. Beyond that, he did not say specifically what it was he wished to convey to you, but I'm sure that you've always been on his mind. You are what has kept him going over all these years.
I'm sorry, Miss Columbina. This is so upsetting. I'm not sure how to put my feelings into words.
It's all right. I understand. Well, that's everything from me. So, I guess I'll be...
Wait. One moment. Time flows backwards here. The road ahead only leads further
How would she know that?
further into the past.
Okay, I guess she's done the same thing we've done, maybe?
I intend to reach the end of that road.
Without a moon marrow, without the 3 moons' power, you won't make it far. Wait, unless...
Wait, how'd she know that?
Are you one of the moon goddesses?
How did... Yeah, no kidding.
You could say that.
I see. I often think to myself, if life is like a train ride, why haven't I reached the terminus? Where am I even going? And it's not just me, it's this whole place. Wherever it is, it seems like it's existed forever. It's such a mystery. Where is it going? I must seem so ridiculous. I can't answer these basic questions, and yet I jumped right in here without hesitating, only to be torn apart the moment I entered by powerful energy currents. Only my soul remains now. Thinking back, I was suddenly overcome with fear and terror in that moment. Perhaps I too became bewitched by the abyss. I may have been the leverage it needed to control Ryrir. I used to be a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum in Conria, researching the iridescent moon's marrow. Eventually, I came to the conclusion that time in here flows in reverse. Ryrir was one of the Finster King's retainers. With me, he was in an impossible position. It plagued him constantly. I wanted to help him escape his lot in life. I wanted him to be happy, so I thought I'd use this place to return to the past. At the time, I thought I could just go back to the day that the Finster King first found the prince. It was only after meeting the prince that the Finster King started going too far with his research into the abyss. That was the day all of our woes began. I thought I could stop the king from ever meeting him and solve everything. I couldn't kill the Finster King himself, so I had to find another way to save Ryrir. That's why I wanted to go back, to kill the person who had brought new possibilities to our realm. I'm sure it was a futile endeavor, but the abyss probably enhances the basest human desires. So I naively hoped I could change everything. But I was simply too weak. Like a speck of dust against the whole universe. Look at me. I didn't even survive the journey here. Not physically, at least. I know I'm never getting out of here. But you're different. You can make it, and I want to help you. I owe you that much.
How do you plan to help me?
Have you noticed the golden energy that exists here? Based on my past research and my observations since coming here, I believe they carry you forward faster. I can share what I've learned and help you understand the pattern in which this energy appears. I think you just might... Now, I know you will be able to change the past. Also, I've been speculating about where this space ends. The documentation was scanned, but from what I know of the legends about the moons, the oldest ones seem to begin with Nibelung, king of dragonkind. I have no way of verifying any of it by this point, but if it's true, you might be able to reach that era if you keep walking.
Understood. Thank you, Miss Thelindis.
I'm the one who should be thanking you. If you hadn't entered this realm of everlasting death, what use would my deductions be? Thanks to you, they have some meaning. About Rayrir, I'm so sorry. For everything.
It wasn't your fault.
That's not true. Because we both feared bringing trouble upon each other, neither of us ever told the truth. And that dishonesty sealed our fates. But enough about that. I wish you a safe journey, Miss Columbina. And may the outside world never have to experience pain like this again. Rayrir, you're there, aren't you? I cannot see you, because you exist in the future. I expect we'll be trapped in this prison of space-time for all eternity. But please, gaze upon the past, and then sit for a while. Let's find a place to sit down together, just like we did when we first met.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting like a epilogue. Yeah, epilogue of them two's relationship.
How much further
Like, it's
till I
fine.
reach the end?
Just,
Is there even an end to be found?
are you even gonna see them again?
Everything's getting blurry.
Who is that?
Are you all right, little
Who?
sister? Have you come from the distant future?
Oh, from a different moon goddess. Because there should be 3, right? It should be.
So, how exactly did
So
the
she's
moons
the original one,
just
maybe.
disappear? Shouldn't it be a little harder to get rid of
I mean,
major
Columbina.
creations like moons?
The world is a vast and ancient place. On a certain scale, all life lasts for but a fleeting moment.
Miss Nicole explained that the moon goddesses likely perished in the War of Funerary Flame.
Likely.
The moons themselves were also destroyed at that time, save for the Frost Moon, from which a new moon goddess was later born.
Am I missing something then? 'Cause the stories say that the moon goddesses were born on the moon, but doesn't Columbina say she was born in Nodcry?
No, she was born on the moon.
You're right! Why do their birthplaces differ? What's the difference between the 2 generations of moon goddesses?
Also, remember what Sandrone said? Her scans detected 4 moons. In other words, 4 moon marrows.
Technically, the result of the scan means that 4 moon marrows were detected and positively identified as moons in that moment. In other words, this piece of information alone isn't enough for us to know how Miss Columbina is doing right now.
Yep. We have no way of staying up to date on whether she's dead or alive. She's on her own for now.
But at least she's trying her best to get back to us.
Yeah. She's a tough cookie. And a sore loser, too. We have to trust that she'll find a way. because we really need her power. As much as it pains me to say it, we've got no chance of beating Dottore in a straight-up fight. He's much too powerful. It wouldn't even be close. That maniac is going to devour everything in his path until he reaches us. We need to find someone or something that can stop him before he does anything worse. I'll be frank. Our only hope of defeating this false god is with a real moon goddess on our side. I'm not just saying this because Columbina's a friend and I want her back safe and sound. It's just the truth. And I know that even she was no match for him when he attacked, but I don't have a better solution.
We're not giving up on saving her, whether she can defeat Dottore or not.
Right. Don't worry, Miss Sandrone. We're all aligned on saving Columbina.
No one's trying to argue that we can only justify saving our friend because it will help save the world. This is about multitasking. We want to save both.
So, she's more than just a moon goddess to you guys?
Absolutely.
Duh! She's part of the gang! And you are too, you know.
Yes, I know. You don't need to labor the point. I knew that the moment I came running over with my documents that I was part of the in-group. I mean, if Arlecchino can fit in, I certainly can. Anyway, as for how we get Columbina back, I've been working on it constantly. But I think I'm still lacking certain information about the moon. I'd probably get there if I could continue my calculations, but the problem is, I've run out of computing power.
Computing power? You mean you need more energy?
No, the issue isn't energy, it's processing power. There's so much data to get through that the whole process has just ground to a halt.
That's a tricky problem.
Yeah.
René de Petrichor of the Nautitzenkreuz Ordo once foretold the fate of the world. But I don't know how he did it. My guess is that he used the primordial sea's power. However, that won't work for me. His methodology was vastly different from my own. What's worse, they're incompatible. And to top it all off, we can't even leave Nodcry. Ugh, this is so annoying. If I'd known we'd run into a bottleneck like this. Well, no, the design bureau's a bust as well. Curse that Dottore! Couldn't have made this harder for me if he tried.
Oh, what do we do then? How about we grab a bite to eat and take a break? Maybe something will come to mind after you've cleared your head.
You don't get it, do you? I'm trying to calculate the fate of an entire world here. And I need accurate results, not big prophecies. Where the heck am I gonna find the computing power for that? Ahem. Anyway, time to shelve the discussion on technical difficulties. Being a killjoy isn't very ladylike after all.
Either way, we've done what we can. Rest well, everyone. Remember to let us know if anything new comes up.
Hat guy? Is he hinting that we should talk outside?
Let's go somewhere a little more private. You know that Dory went back to Sumeru, right?
Yeah. She mentioned she was planning to head back.
Things aren't looking good for Nodcry. She's gone to spread the word so that Sumeru has a chance to prepare for the worst. From what I know of Dottore, there are two possible reasons why he hasn't made a move yet. One is that he's still working through some kinks in his new powers. The other is, he wants to see how we're going to react. He'll easily devour everything eventually, so I guess he's in no rush to make it happen. The first false god he made was me. Now it's his turn. Even though my records were erased from Irminsul, Dottore's ideas haven't changed one bit. He once told me that becoming a god was like turning yourself into a hungry wolf or giant serpent to devour the moon. Clearly, He began studying the moon goddess's powers long before he even tried making a god. He's always wanted to get his greedy hands on divine authority one way or another. And in the end, he devoured the moon where I failed. In the desert of Sumeru, there is a chessboard built by King Deshret, also known as Al-Ahmar. I don't know if it was a real game, or if he was just trying to challenge his servants and citizens in some way. But creating games and setting rules, gods do that as a matter of course. That's the kind of power Dottore craves. Now he has the Trilunar Authority. His power is leagues beyond the common people. I don't think there's any point in other nations rushing to the front line. They're better off focusing on defense and hoping they can fend off any threats that spill out from Nodcry. Either way, Dori will inform Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she will contact the other gods in turn. The Seven will have some recourse available. If nothing else, their protection should keep the rest of the world from descending into chaos as quickly as Nodcry has. So on the bright side, even if Nodcry is doomed, your friends in other nations won't be in any immediate peril.
That's good to know. But I'm not ready to give up on Nodcry yet.
There's a word for people who refuse to let anything go.
Stubborn?
It's called being greedy.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it sounds greedy to you, and probably naive too. But whatever you call it, that's what gives me the determination to keep fighting. Battles are fleeting, but the will to fight is a long-term commitment. Give up for even a moment, and your resolve will shatter.
Why do you always feel the need to do the right thing? No one is born to be a savior. I mean, who's gonna criticize you if you fail or give up?
Don't take this the wrong way, but Dottore said something similar to me. I guess the Fatui attracts people who don't believe in saviors.
Not necessarily. It's less about belief for me. I just want to know how determined you really are. After all, I don't owe anything to anyone else here. Only you.
You look kinda worried.
If your arch-nemesis was about to achieve their ultimate goal, I think you might feel a little worried too.
That's true. Dottore is about to become an omniscient, omnipotent deity. That's gotta be a bitter pill to swallow. Still, you're calmer than I expected.
Obviously. I have to admit that my past self was a reckless fool who misunderstood not only the point of revenge, but how to achieve it. And as much as I want my vengeance, I know I'm not gonna get it by acting alone. If the world's taught me anything, it's to think before I act. Too bad it never taught me any other virtues, though. So, I am going to destroy Dottore, no matter what it takes.
So, what's your plan?
I'll get to that. First, tell me, what do you think of Sandrone?
Just like Paimon said, she's a friend, part of the gang.
How much do you trust her? This is a serious question. Think carefully before you answer.
Although she's with the Fatui, she has her own values, and she's helped us a lot. If nothing else, she's clearly going the extra mile for Columbina. I see no reason not to trust her.
If you say so. In that case, the three of us need to talk. I have some thoughts about her computing problem. It can be solved, but it will come with a cost.
How much? If I can afford it, I'll cover it.
Sometimes your heroism really backs me into a corner. You know that? Come on, let's go talk to her.
Okay, I think that's where I'm gonna stop there. Man, the last half hour was a blur. I'm gonna have to re-look at that. What they just talked about, because I don't know why, but it kind of feels like I don't know of anything special that happened. Like it's not like, oh, nothing happened. It's like, no, that's just what happened was like, basic isn't the right word for it, but like it was kind of like they were just explaining basic stuff. How basic it was is difficult for me to figure, though. What the heck? I thought I just got a whole bunch of these. Wait a second. That was something else, maybe? Oh, maybe this is only... Okay, this is only if you do both. I guess. Yeah, there it is. Can I even go to the new area? Well... I mean... Technically? Let's see. Yeah, we still don't know what these are going to look like at level 10. I almost kind of... Oh, yeah, I don't know. Wait, let me see. Just checking. Okay. Oh, interesting. Whoa. I guess I didn't notice that before. Yeah, there's a lighthouse. I know. This is really cool right here, actually. That's a good view right there. So we got just like some kind of bare minimum shoreline, and then a non-existent shoreline. What the heck is over there? Like, it's right over there, and it's just... That's so weird. It's right over there, but like it looks pretty empty. Yeah, there's the mountain over there that we gotta ignore. Dang it. Oh, serious, the damn vehicle, stop moving. Come on. Can't you move it? We're just a little ways from Pyramida. Once we get there, you can blow gas right by the farm. Yet here you are, stopping in the middle of nowhere. You expect us to carry you back to town? Everything seems to be going wrong. You know what? I don't have time with this. We need to find more helpers. Oh, hey. Now what divine luck brought you here? Treasure hunters? No, we're adventurers. What is the matter? Ratnik, so you two are adventurers. Come to the wrong place. What, not allowed here? Well, not exactly what I meant. Well, can't blame you for being new and not knowing. Anyhow, there's been a large-scale wild hunt outbreak in the northern cliff area incident at the Pioneering Age. Ancient ruins there some years back. We didn't think it'd turn into something so serious. Look north, you see it? That's where these monsters have been swarming from. If you don't have any urgent business, you'd better not wander around this area because things are looking ugly. How do I know this, you ask? Well, the old man just ordered us back to Pyramida. Join in the operation to attack him. Ain't that right, Roland? Hey, what's wrong with you? You've been quiet for a while. He's infected! Oh my gosh! Whoa. That's intense. Okay, it's just possession.
Now it's your turn.
It's just possession, it's fine. It could be worse. I've seen worse.
A new moon rises. Whoa.
Fire ring maximum.
Witness my rise.
Witness.
Overruled.
Okay. It's taking a while. Okay.
3 moons converge. surge.
Finders keepers! Smash it!
A turning point in.
Okay. Sure, you're okay. Fine. Let my guard down. Gotta return. Just when one piece, the Wild Hunt. I got you good without these youngins here. Anyway, thank you. It was nothing. Easy. You got some smooth. Want to join Light Keepers? But honestly, inviting you at this juncture might seem like a betrayal to outsiders. Never mind, forget what I just said. We just faced the Wild Hunt from the cliffs. They're an odd lot. Attack living beings in packs, but word is that they can even manipulate minds. You know the kind of dark sorcery they wield, but they wait for the moment your will starts to wane, and then they snatch you right up and press gang you into their service. Gang press you. Feel like the operation's meant to defeat them, but if it goes sideways, that might not be any Light Keepers left to speak of. This isn't for adventurous, special young ones like you to worry about. Just leave it to us. Should we have the chance to meet again, I'll treat you to a swig of nightingale and some meat stuffed rye bread. Call it hospitality. We'll meet again someday for sure. Good luck. Are they really that menacing? But we check with the Pyramida. True. Wait a second. Let's grab this real quick. Just so it's less inconvenient. There's a lift. We'll ignore it. Wait, the lift goes up there? Yeah, I guess so, huh? Interesting. Okay, but screw that. Because as interesting as that might sound, I'm much more interested in this freaking shadow cliff. We're just gonna go right up to that mountain, and that'll be the end of the stream, I think. Whoa. Interesting. We got some metal inside of the trees. Kind of a lot of teleport points here, actually. This is a little confusing. Like, there's one, there's one. It almost makes me think that I'm supposed to get lost here. Yeah, I was just thinking. A little bit foggy, a little bit suspicious. Can't tell what that is. Wait a second, this is what I'm looking for. Then what? Here? Nope. Ignoring you.
Transfixed.
No. Yeah, I didn't think about it before, but yeah, that the region quest is over here. Okay, I don't know. I might end up doing this on stream. Maybe. This is a really weird area. Oh, interesting. It goes this way and then just... They just stopped it on the map, but it goes further. Interesting. Pillar of Embla. And then, like, yeah, nothing special. Okay, so boom, boom, okay. So this one's not, wait, why is that? Yeah, this one doesn't have the mechanical parts on it. But, like, we're further north. I thought the further north we got, the more likely it would be mechanized or whatever. Also, it just occurs to me, kind kind of at the point in the story where I have to question why those statues are like covered in, you know, the big statues are covered in like mechanized parts. That's interesting. Because like, wouldn't that imply that they're sucking up power that's meant for the moon goddess? That's what I think that means. Okay, so. Oh, that was weird. I guess. But yeah, so nothing on that mountain. It's all over there. Yeah, this mountain's for real. Another teleporter. Sheesh. More of that. That's a really interesting fissure in the ground. It just looks really good. Like it's like the shading on it is really well done. Huh. Thought it was gonna be a full hole. I mean, kinda, but not really. Interesting. This I'd say this region specifically this area is the let me see that again. Yeah, that's right. It's the second most interesting area in the game, in my opinion. Even basic stuff like the trees and the lighting is like really sticking out. I'm putting this place actually above Ochka Notlan and under what's it called? Underneath Sarai Island. Sarai Island still still so good. Weird. But yeah, still so good. Oh, is that Aluga? Spoilers, guys. There you go. What the fuck? Come on. I thought it was a little weird, but I was like, oh, no, it's fine. But no, we can't get to the peak? Really, guys? Special Territory Research Institute. And we're by Aluga here. What's this? What is this? Oh, okay, so it is a regional boss, but for some reason, huh? Is this gonna be Aluga's maybe? Interesting. What's this? Peak? Wait, no chasm. I'm sorry. Deep chasm. Special Territory Research Institute. Yeah, that's why I'm like confused. Because Naznaya is north of here. Amsvartnir. But yeah, like Naznaya should be north of here. Let's see. Oh, I thought this might happen, but it's fine. It's fine. Voice actor.
Where could they be?
Cool.
This is turning into a major headache.
I'm probably going to be pulling for him. he's going to be releasing in the next patch. I don't know why. He really should have been released in this patch as a 4-star to go with Columbina. But my assumption is that they knew that people would be like, oh, cool, free 4-star, while going for the character they want. But they need to kind of incentivize people that might not be interested in the next character. So they're like, okay, well, we'll put this 4-star here. Now, the weird part, though, is that as usual, they introduce a 4-star with Chinese New Year, and I believe every Chinese New Year up to now, you get a free 4-star. So he's still free, even though he's also being an incentive to pull on that banner. I don't know. I mean, maybe that's not quite how it's
What now,
viewed.
boss? Forget our brothers and sisters over at the lighthouse waiting to get to work. If we don't have enough fuel, it's lights out for the entire camp.
Yeah, we gotta think of something, squad leader.
Don't worry.
I am
Head back
interested
to your
in
posts.
him.
I'll take care of this.
But like, yeah, is he like, what kind of fighter is he? I don't know.
Traveler, Paimon, good to see you.
Have we met before?
Hey there, Eitlua! Why is everyone gathered here at the entrance?
Okay, canonical. Second time meeting him. Busy?
It's fine. Just a minor issue, really. And I'm already on the case.
Come on, Eitlua! You're always trying to fix things by yourself on the down low. Just tell us, it couldn't hurt. Or is it because you're too embarrassed to say?
No way. I just don't want everyone in town worrying about things that I can handle on my own. But since you're both part of the investigation squad now, I won't treat you like outsiders.
Investigation squad?
Still, this isn't exactly the place for a chat. Come on in. I'll tell you more inside.
Inside what? Let's try to get this real quick.
Squad leader, I've compiled what data we have on the bases we can still control. My report is over at the command post.
Got it. Thanks, Roland.
Okay. Whoa. Oh yes, that's right. We saw that one guy
Squad leader,
get overtaken by
our
the
comrades in the
Cyball.
east seem to have butted heads with the Fatui. They say they're going to send someone over.
Got it. I'll be over as soon as I can.
I wonder how far away that will reach. I'm in a corrupted area. That's what the darkness around the corners means, right? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Wait, how?
Laid bare.
There you go. Not that that's awesome. You can't shoot it, or am I just pressing the wrong buttons, I guess? Just what the heck happens when I go to the eyeball? Nothing bad, of course. Oh, there is a darkness buildup. I see, I see. Similar to ice buildup, there is actual darkness buildup. Seems like it's gonna be relevant later. Let's put it over here. mean, it takes a while for the build up, so it's not too bad. Yep, of course, it's watching me. Oh man, this kind of sucks. They're totally gonna have it so that you're gonna get rid of that eyeball. I'm pretty confident, you know. How do you shoot this? Oh, that's all. Okay. So it's weird that like you aim it, but then you don't press a button to shoot it. Just boom, shot. But yeah, there's a stuff underneath it that we can't get to, which is suspicious. There's the teleporter. Fisher of Hidden Depths. Wait, so where am I? I was gonna say, I'm like, oh, so you can go all the way over there, huh? Well, you know what? Let's go take a look at the monster. Just look at it, nothing else, or whatever the boss is. I said monster, but it's like, we'll ignore all this. I also wanted to get a good look at Snezhnaya if I can. Okay. Nothing much to the west, unsurprising. Though weird, I do see like some far off continent. Interesting, so that's what that looks like. Let me see. So we do have like some area over there. But not much. Like, you know, I would not really, based on what I've seen in the game, I would not believe that that far off island over there is going to actually be a place that we go to. But we are like reaching the boundaries of the world a little bit here. So it's a little difficult to say. Like, I mean, probably not, but that was weird. And then you even see like a little bit of land over there, which seems very unlikely. Like that's directly to the west. Like there's just, I just, like technically there's enough land, or I'm sorry, enough map. Yeah, like this is more than enough map, but like really, are they really gonna add a big ass island over here and over there? I don't know about that. Like they could. I just, we're pretty late into the game. Like the only things left is Snezhnaya, which presumably is going to be focused in the north. Unless it's some sort of bizarre archipelago, but that'd be crazy. Let's just look at this real quick, and then I'll leave. Ah, a little annoying. Kind of cool looking, but I knew it was going to be fast. Don't worry, I'm out of here. So I remember seeing this from a distance. This island, this mountain here. Though to be fair, I also thought this mountain in the distance before the update, and thought that this mountain and that mountain were connected. I think.
How about we explore the area
ahead
of us later?
Alright. But so it's over there. And look, this is even the far north. This is where it gets very confusing, because yeah, I was looking at this before when I was like right here, and I'm like, oh, there's the lighthouse, and I was like, yeah, it's gonna be like here-ish. I mean, I could already gauge the distance, but then you saw like some other stuff over here. I thought it was only gonna reach to here, but even if it only reached to here, it was like we're still really close to the border of the north. And I thought, well, isn't Snezhnaya supposed to be here? So I'm a little confused here. Like okay, logically it's over here now, which it kind of always was. But water, and then just big ass ice mountain range here. Yeah, I guess so. That's true. Yeah, it kind of would have to be. I mean, the big annoyance though is that I would assume, or no, sorry, I would hope that Mondstadt would extend to like here, because right now it's way too small. Like at least even if it stays small, like we at least need an area at least as big as Chenyu Vale, and even then it's probably going to be more flat than like Chenyu Vale is a bit vertical. So, probably not going to be like that. Yeah, and they still need to fill this in. I mean, this ended up being really small. Yeah. That mountain, I don't know. Void Sea Outlook. Void Sea, huh? That would imply the Void Sea's to our east, though. And that would imply there's nothing in this sea. Even though Snezhnaya is supposed to be somewhere in here. I mean, theoretically, they could have all this be Mondstadt over here, and then Snezhnaya could be. I mean, there's still quite a bit of space. Like Snezhnaya can still be further north, and even further to over here, but I find this hard to believe. I mean, I was under the impression that they weren't solely sailing away from their homeland. They're just like, yeah, I traveled from Snezhnaya. I never thought, oh yeah, I sailed every single time. Special territory, which is also, and that's the other thing. They've already maybe even outright stated that the Kuvaki Experiment Design Bureau is very physically close to the Snezhnaya, and like just generally this region is close to Snezhnaya. But now it's a little more confusing seeing this being this far north. I mean, it still needs to be over here, right? I mean, if it's over here, I mean, I guess it could be over here. I just really doubt it. Oh, can I get a look at the east? Wait a second.
Squad leader, our comrades in the east seem to have butted heads with the Fatui. They say they're going to send someone over. Got it. I'll be over as soon as I can. Squad leader, I've compiled what data we have on the bases we can still control.
What is this? Nope, Pine Amber. Gonna have to flower hunt. A lot of graves here. It's really crazy how many of these collectibles are just super obvious with their locations. Wait a second, let me just mark that. Oh, and I'll mark that too. Lunar damage, I think this goes with Columbina, but I don't know. Yeah, I would still say this is better. I just don't know enough about lunar reaction damage and stuff, so that is definitely worth considering. Lock assistance. Okay. Right, I just wanted to get a quick look over here. Now good. This might be the easiest way to do it, actually. Interestingly enough, I didn't think that there was like a little bit of a path here. How do you do that? I don't think there's anything I can do. Wait, if I can maybe here.
Transfixed.
Oops. There you go. I helped you. Ignore the hits I almost killed you with. Okay. Oh. Curious. Sure.
Thunder!
Wayne.
Laid bare.
Hopefully not more show up. Oh, great. Cool. Okay.
You're
Fine.
my target.
This is where you fall. Overruled.
A moonlit night for all.
Stay back! The story has only just...
What's targeting me?
I never leave empty-handed.
Devouring claw! Element?
Everlasting as the moon. Laid bare.
Yeah, I was pretty confident in that. Now imagine if Columbina is actually doing something. What the heck is that? What the heck is that? What the heck? Suspicious as all hell.
What greater pleasure
Okay,
is there than
you've
the
intrigued me. That was intriguing. Fine, we'll go. We'll check whatever the heck that was. Like, what the Eye of Sauron can split. Okay. We got many eyes, it seems. This is not what I was prepared for. Okay. Just more abyssal corruption? Wait, so what did this bring me to? Just death? Okay, right here. Oh, right. Okay, so this is a barrier. I feel like I'm definitely doing it wrong. This, like, it blocked, but it's not like great. Okay, yep, it is a timing thing. I mean, I figured, but still. What? Oh, okay. That's fine. Okay, over. Oh, missed. What the heck?
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
Can I get more of these? Okay. Unlimited, maybe? Okay, it looks like it's unlimited. Okay. Cool. I can't tell if that's cool or not. That was just weird. That was kind of awkward.
Something with which to
I
commemorate.
mean, at least it wasn't hard, but yeah, that was weird. Okay, so that's over there. This is here, and that's there. We weren't in a corruption zone. What the heck is that over there? Okay, well, anyway. Snezhnaya is over here. Presumably. I mean, there's another research institute this way, and nope, that is Fontaine. Okay, over here? Okay, there it is. Okay, well, what the fuck is that over there? What the fucking... Well, that's clearly Snezhnaya. I mean, I was already, like, you know, very confident, but, like... Yeah. Yeah. That's Snezhnaya's hell. You know, that's... I mean, it's exactly what I expected. I'm just surprised that it curved so far to the east. I thought that, you know, there'd be at least like a little bit to the north. I mean, technically there's this part here, but like, you know, it doesn't look like anything. It's kind of bizarre how much they actually do put just mountains that don't mean anything now at this point in the game. They could have done that earlier in the game, but for some reason they just never did. They were like, no, everything needs to have a special little reason. It's like, okay, if you say so. Yeah, so this is their port, technically. It's very ramshackled, though. Like, I feel like they should have a much better port and better road. Yeah, I mean, this confirms that they are technically traveling by boat at the end of the day. Like, this is their main route for travel. So, where does this bring them? That brings them, like, right, let's see. So, like, this is the boundary over here. So, that's bringing them, like, easily over here. Super easy. Also, was there actually a port here? There wasn't even really a port here, was there? I mean, like, I guess they could land here or land here. I mean, they could land here. It's just kind of weird that they have to go, like, come in and then go here. Like, I mean, it's easy enough, but you are, you know, getting close to here. Like, why didn't you... Shallow. Yeah, I guess it's shallow over here. And I guess they can go through here. Deep waters is what matters. Yeah, yeah. Look at all these ships here. Big shipping area. But yeah, so they comes in through here. Easy enough to go over there. Fontaine, a little less sure. Unless there's like an area to enter right here. It's not very convenient because, like, yeah, if they keep with only these two being the only two harbors, that's very inconvenient. But then again, it's inconvenient for everybody, so. Sumeru, not convenient. I mean, like, this is the best thing you can say here, and this harbor is, like, abandoned, practically. And this is all blocked off here, basically. And then desert. They need to fill this in. So there's no port over here to enter Natlan. But then again, there's just no way to enter Natlan in general other than by land. And even then, it's a little weird with what's going on here. Like, if you can go all the way around, because, you know, there is like a big sea down here that we just don't know. I assume Conria is going to be to the south down here, south of China and Sumeru. But, like, yeah, if you go all the way south, then you can curl around and probably dock at the Toyak Springs, I guess. But yeah, like, you got to really know what you're doing. Yeah, there's not much else there. Very odd. Yeah, so at the beginning of the game, they kind of made a big deal out of ports because the China city was like, this is the biggest port in the world, and it's like, we literally don't know a single other port in the world. At that point, there was literally zero, and the first port we go to, oh my gosh, look at this. The first port we go to is the biggest one in the world. It's like, I don't know, guys. you guys, I know what you were thinking, like, oh yeah, China. known as a port country. Yeah, sure, we can. Oh gosh, what the heck? 2 guns, huh? Port. You know, China's known as a port country, so we can like show off how cool China is by
Impressive bounty.
having them be a major port country in this game. But yeah, it ends up being like just kind of weirdly hollow. Like, okay, guys, sure, I guess so. I wonder if she's like one of the fastest characters. It's really hard to tell. Okay. It's really hard to tell how fast she is, since she's just doing light jumps like that. Really? See, that's kind of weird, the way she twirled like that. Wait, could I not? Oh, that's weird. I mean, I know I can get on. I'm just confused why it's kind of acting up. Like, you can't just go from the water to just climbing on it for some reason. Okay. But yeah, so Fontaine, and then what is that mountain right there? I guess that's right next to where all the water is. I mean, there's a lot of clouds here. I think that they'll fix this later. But yeah, there's like a lot of clouds here, probably just to show, or sorry, to hide that this mountain is unfinished. Because then right here near this mountain is where those floating water cubes are, and there's just no indication of that. Yeah, and then here's Snezhnai over here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and that Lunatar is part of her soul. I'm not really sure if that means something extremely deep. Like, okay. Like that's when I heard that, I'm like, oh, okay. And I didn't have any other thing to think about. Like, just all right, whatever. What is that right there? What am I looking at? What are everything I'm looking at right here? Am I looking at like the desert? I think I am.
I used to take long walks in Silver Moon Hall.
Let me see this. What was I looking at? Oh yeah, I think I was. Oh. It's a little hard to tell what I was looking at. So I did see that little cliff there, because I was confused how that cliff part ran into Fontaine. I was like, that doesn't make sense. But then, yeah, I think it was just a pop-in thing. Because yeah, it shouldn't have been this rock here, since I was like looking over here. There's just, yeah, I think it's a poppin' thing. This would look really cool once they fill it in. But yeah, just all empty sea at the moment and stuff, and you got 2 lighthouses. That's actually a world state change. That lighthouse wasn't lit unless you go out of your way to light it. This one, I mean, it's already lit. I guess we don't know enough about inside of there. Damn it, missed it. Lunatar. I'm just wondering if there's anything over here. Like, it's weird that they even bothered putting this little patch of rock. Again, even if it's just for filler, it's like, you know, still weird. Okay. Okay. Just doing a little bit of exploration. I mean, I'll worry about this later. I'm sure that doing a quest or two will lead me into finishing some of these areas. Oh. Yeah, so actually this lighthouse makes more sense now. Actually, with the context of Sneznaya's location and even Fontaine right there, that lighthouse is actually useful straight up as a normal lighthouse. Though it's weird because it's technically portrayed as a lighthouse for like comfort from dark stuff nearby, like forces of darkness nearby. So it's a little weird. But yeah, so Sneznaya's over there. Fontaine, which, yeah, you can't see anything now. Very misty area. Very foggy. Let's just get this out of the way. Hey, what up? Moon Goddess Pie.
Overruled.
Oh? Are you kidding me? When that happened? Okay. More than I was expecting. Okay, fine. Okay, now what? Hmm? So what did these do? Whoa. That was weird. I believe I can, like, activate them. No? Wait a second. Maybe I'm supposed to have grabbed that. I forget. I was gonna say Kuvaki. No. What's the name? What? Okay. Okay. It wasn't. Okay. I thought I touched him before. Didn't I touch it before? I guess I was just like kind of next to it, but not like on top of it, I guess. Let me just check this one real quick. Okay. Parts. Okay. Well, anyway.
What greater pleasure is there than the unexpected?
I've done all the exploration here as I can. We will finish the story later. Got a lot of stuff to do. But, you know, weekend's coming up. Okay. I have 2 out of 3 seals that I just am not aware of. Okay. Weird. It's funny that I just already have them. Well, anyway, I guess I'll, the little bit of time I have off stream, I guess I'll work on getting some of her flowers, since now I have access, and there's very few areas with the flowers, so yeah. Okay, well, see you guys tomorrow, basically, right? Tomorrow? I'd say tomorrow. Yeah, I'd say tomorrow. I don't see why not. Okay. We'll call this a break between chapters, right? Okay.